Welcome back to another episode of Our Mount Rushmore here with John. John, where are you at today?
Hey, I'm in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, right in the boot
Uh,
heel.
yeah, there you go. Right, that is true. And I am in Belvedere, Vermont, and the weather is gorgeous here right now, as you can tell. It's not
I
hot
bet
at
it
all.
is.
It's you do what you got to do. And today's subject, my brother, today's subject is Our Mount Rushmore of baseball movies.
Whoo!
And
It's a toughie.
we both love baseball, and there was a ton emphasis on the of baseball movies out there. So,
There sure are.
yeah.
Yep. Hey, Bobby,
Yes, sir. What you got?
I got a topic for you.
Ready?
All right, you were given a roll of 5 flavor lifesavers, and you have to share them with one other person, but you get to pick all of the lifesavers. You get to pick half of the roll of lifesavers. What are you picking?
I'm picking the green ones, definitely,
Okay.
and the yellow ones.
The green and the yellow. Okay.
I like both
All
of
right.
those. Those are what I would like. Yeah.
Okay. You and I might be compatible then because I want the red and the orange.
Then who gets the other one?
I don't know. Let's throw the yellow ones away. No, wait, you said yellow, didn't you?
Yeah, I did say yellow.
Okay. What are the other? What is the other flavor?
I don't know. I was hoping you
Green,
did.
yellow, red, orange. Are we idiots?
Yes, but that doesn't mean we don't know this.
Huh.
Well, we're
Is
still
it is it a weird pineapple flavor? No, that's the yellow.
not the yellow.
Man, I don't
No,
know. I'm buying some lifesavers today, and I'm going to find out
you
and
gotta
report
look
back
them
to
up.
you.
There you go. All right. So today's subject, of course, is our Mount Rushmore of baseball movies, and there was a ton of them, as I've already talked about. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to start
Yeah.
off with right away. Who's starting for me? Who's my Mount Rushmore? And the first one, Field of Dreams. I have been to that field in
Have you?
Dyersville. Oh yeah, and I've listened. If they build it, they will come. They didn't
Yeah.
come up. And it is out in the middle of nowhere to get there.
If you build it, he will come.
And now it's more commercial because they play all the major league games there once a year and that kind of
Right.
stuff.
Right.
But you know what? This was based on the 1982 novel Shoeless Joe.
Yeah.
And of course, we know all about Shoeless Joe Jackson. And that starred Ray Liotta, Kevin Costner, James Earl Jones, Amy Madigan, and Burt Lancaster.
Final movie.
It was his final role as a star.
Yep.
And it grossed $84.5 million. Emphasis on the $1 million with a budget of only $15 million. I'm saying they make some money. That's all I'm trying to say.
It took $15 million to build that baseball field.
Well, I think most of that is Kevin Costner budget right there. I'm probably pretty sure. Yeah. And
Sometimes, when you believe the impossible, the incredible comes true. Field of Dreams.
I like the whole thing. Everything struck me. I don't know. There was some baseball, a lot of baseball in it. Like the old
Yeah.
players and that kind of stuff. But the whole idea of finding the doctor when he's young and he got to play again, and when he crossed the line and became the
Yep.
older doctor again. And if it's spoiler alert, well, it's how long has it been since then?
It's 1989. If you haven't seen the movie yet,
Right.
you're not going to see it.
You gotta get it. But of me, it's one of my Mount Rushmore of baseball movies of all time.
Oh, it would be on my Mount Rushmore of movies of all time. Yes, it would.
Wow. Okay.
Yes,
That's
it would.
impressive.
It for a young guy who loved baseball, and I'm not a young guy anymore, but it's more than a baseball movie. It's about a man's remembrance of his father, and what the lengths that he would go to.
I think I know what "if you build it, he will come" means.
Ooh, why do I not think this is such a good thing?
Daddy, there's a man out there on your lawn. Are you a ghost?
What do you think?
You look real to me.
Later in life, to have a few more minutes with him,
Right.
have a catch. And I'm going to cry while I'm talking about it.
Hey, Dad? You want to have a catch?
I'd like that.
I'm talking right now. I'm going to cry myself.
Man, is somebody chopping onions in here?
You got to do. Yeah, or as our pastor said, my eyes are sweating, but that kind of stuff. All right, now I'm going to give you a couple guys movies that didn't even make the bench. 8 Men Out.
8 Men Out. Not a great movie.
It was not. I didn't like it as much as it probably could have been better. I would imagine so. That's one of my movies I've liked it. Now I had a couple movies. The Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
Didn't make my top. Fever Pitch and The Sandlot did not make my top at all.
That's really crazy because I have Fever Pitch and The Sandlot under my also considered, but didn't make the bench.
Ooh, okay, all right, there we go. All right.
But look, Bobby, we grew up in adjoining states, but it's almost like we grew up together,
So
it is not surprising that it would be like this for baseball movies.
It has to scare you a little bit, I would think with that much alike. All right, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Bull Durham.
Okay.
1988, written and directed by the great Ron Shelton, who also wrote and directed Tin Cup, which another Kevin Costner movie, a wonderful movie. But we're talking about Bull Durham here.
We are talking about baseball. You're right, correct. Mm-hmm. And who all was in that movie? Do you remember who all?
We got Kevin Costner. We've got Susan Sarandon. We got Tim Robbins. We got Robert Wool as well, the one of the assistant coaches.
Right.
Who else we got?
Tim Robbins was a Calvin Nuke LaLoosh.
Eddie Calvin LaLoosh. That's right. Yes. Hey, I got a trivia question for you. What is Crash Davis's real name? They never say it in the movie.
Okay. See, now you set me up just to cut me down like that. I like that. Okay.
But it's based on a minor league player named Lawrence Crash Davis.
Who are you? Who's he? I'm the player to be named later.
Crash Davis? I'm Joe Riggins.
Oh, that's kind of cool. And it's a minor league team that's a real team. The Durham Bulls.
The Durham Bulls.
Yeah, they're out of Durham, North Carolina.
That's right.
That's it, just like that one. It grossed over $50 million in North America.
Pitch.
This guy's crazy. Yep. I wouldn't dig in there if I was you. Next one might be at your head. I don't know where it's going to go.
1988. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
And I have one other thing right here. Do you know who Max Packton was in that movie?
Yes, the clown Prince of
Baseball. You're right. So I like that one. One of my favorite parts of that movie was when Nuke LaLoosh would not listen to the catcher. So he went back and started telling everybody what the pitch was because he was so upset with the pitcher. Yeah.
You told him I was going to throw a deuce, right?
Yep. Man, that ball got out of here in a hurry. Anything travels that far, I ought to have a damn stewardess on it, don't you think?
Here comes a curveball, When you speak of me, speak well.
Speak well. Oh, that was pretty cool.
Oh, I love that. And I also there's a scene in Crash's apartment where Annie has come because he has basically talked Nuke into not having sex with Annie anymore. So she's going to confront him, and then he's like, and they're getting this argument, and he's like, wait a second, who dresses you? I mean, don't you think this is a little excessive for the Carolina League? And she says, the road of excess leads to the palace of wisdom. William Blake. William Blake? William Blake. William Blake? William Blake. What do you mean, William Blake? I mean William Blake. And I don't know why that's hilarious to me, but it makes me giggle. Because they're all William Blake.
I could say on my bingo card, nowhere near that is you doing a Susan Sarandon part. I'll just throw that out there real quick. And if so, I would think it was Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I'm just throwing that out there, right out there. All right, all right. I like that. Well, also, Crash Luke has that speech when he's talking to Annie, where he talks about, I believe in long, slow, deep, soft, wet kisses that last 3 days. Good night, and he's just out of there, kind of stuff. So, okay, that's in yours. It wasn't in mine, but it was on my bench.
Okay.
It was on my bench.
Yeah,
And you know what else is?
Yep.
Go ahead. You know what else is on my bench? I have some other shows that didn't make it. And I remember watching this movie in the theater, loved it. The Bingo Long Traveling All-Stars
and Motor King.
Yes, sir. Had Billy D. Williams, James Earl Jones again. Richard Pryor, right.
Yes.
And it was produced by Berry Gordy on Motown Records.
Motown. I did not know that. I remember seeing that in the theater also because we grew up together.
Yeah.
I had on my list that did not make the finals, and maybe because I haven't seen it in a long time, was Bang the Drum Slowly. 61, I thought was a very good movie, but I didn't make the finals. And another number, 42, also did not make my finals.
I also, one that didn't make my top 10 was Mr. 3000. Have you seen that one with Bernie Mac?
No.
That's a good movie, actually. But I almost inched it in there, but I couldn't do it. And Trouble with the Curve.
Okay.
Trouble with the Curve is in there. I think that's a Clint Eastwood movie, if I remember.
It is. And Clint Eastwood, Amy Adams.
Yes, and Brewster's Millions.
Okay, that's speaking of curve, that threw me a curve.
Yeah, Richard Pryor and John Candy, I think, was in it.
Okay.
And it was about a guy that had no money, but had to get all this, like $15 million. He had to spend $1 million or so many dollars, or I don't know how many dollars, to get the whole fortune. And he had to do it within like 48 hours or something weird like that. And so he just started spending money. So he bought a minor league baseball team. And he started buying stuff, and they were trying to talk him out of it. So anyway, it's a good movie. All right. Okay. So you've got your number 2. I'll start with mine.
I've got 2. And both of mine are Kevin Costner. So
okay.
How about that?
Here we go. Here's mine. Major League. Major League. 1989 movie. I think it's one of the most quoted movies, baseball movies of all time. And it starred Tom Berenger, Charlie Sheen, Wesley Snipes, James Gammon, Bob Uecker, just a bit outside. Rene Russo, hard to look at, but I'll do it. And Corbin Burnson.
Yeah.
And of course, you know what team it's about.
Yes, they no longer exist. Well, they exist, but they don't.
Right. And so the owner wanted to get rid of the whole team, and she wanted to do so bad in her contract that she can move the team. I forgot what she was moving them to. Do you know where she was moving them to?
I want to say Miami.
Okay, I think you're probably right. And so she brought in the worst player she could think of.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys, and the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime. This guy here is dead.
Cross him off then.
And one of them was Wild Thing Vaughn, who played in the Penal League because he just got out of jail. Willie Mays Hayes, you remember that one?
Yes.
And Pedro Serrano.
Serrano, played by Dennis Haysbert, later to become president of the United States in 24.
Right. And I still do not get that if somebody's sitting there in a batter's box in the bottom of the ninth and does this whole there, that doesn't give it away. I'm about to bunt.
Going somewhere, meet? About 90 feet. Taylor bunts! Hey! Hayes around third! Here comes the throw! He slides! He is safe! Safe! The Indians win!
I don't get it. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so there in that movie there was a Yankee slugger, and I don't recall his name, but everybody hated him. He was played by an actual former big league pitcher, Pete Vukovich.
Pete Vukovich, that's right. Pete Vukovich played for the Milwaukee Brewers and
That's
the
right.
Cardinals, I think, for a while there. Really? Okay.
Forget about the curveball, Ricky. Give him a heater.
Well, shit. All these pitches to choose from. Maybe we ought to try something different this time.
So that's my number 2.
Yep, it was in my finals, didn't make my top 4. Kind of an upset.
All right. What do you got for number 3 then?
Number 3, I have A League of Their Own.
This summer, Tom Hanks is managing the impossible, the Rockford Peaches.
Who says girls can't play baseball? Who says women can't throw?
Okay.
A League of Their Own, 1999.
Right.
Oh, nope. I'm sorry, 1992, starring Tom Hanks,
Gina Davis,
Rosie O'Donnell, Madonna,
Lori
Petty,
Gary Marshall, who is not
John Lovitz,
and John Lovitz, yeah. But this was actually the League of Their Own. That was a take of a real. They used to have a real women's baseball league during World War II, I think, or right afterwards. Get everybody. I think it was right at whenever all the soldiers had left. They needed baseball to keep going, so they had a women's league. And of course, the famous line.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
And so the Rockford Peaches is that team right there. And then the film follows Dottie Hinson and Kit Keller, who were sisters, I think, or not, maybe not sisters, but maybe.
I think they were sisters because Dottie had gotten married, so she probably changed her name.
Oh, yeah, good point. And Jimmy Dugan was played by Tom Hanks, yeah. And so it was a good. It was on my bench. Didn't quite make it, but it was really close. I had to decide between that one and another one that I'm going to share with you right now. I already shared with you, amazing, but one of my top 20 movies of all time.
Oh,
The Natural.
The Natural.
The 1984. That's a great. Robert Redford, Robert Duvall, Glenn Close, Kim Basinger, Wilford Brimley, Barbara Hershey, Robert Prosky, and Richard Farnsworth.
Yeah.
What was the team?
The New York Knights.
There you go. Yeah. And the player it follows recounts Roy Hobbs and his natural baseball talent, and then how he met many years later Glenn Close and that whole thing, and then his homemade bat.
Yeah, Wonder Boy.
You did know that one. All right, I like it. All right. And it's the score and everything. And I really believe that if you hit a ball hard enough and it hits one light up there, they'll all explode.
All explode.
And you can't talk me out of it. La, 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 la. Yeah. So that's my number 3.
Yep, that was my number 5. It just got edged out.
All right. Okay. All right. What is your number 3 then?
Oh, well, this is going to be a controversial pick because the movie itself isn't all that good. But the movie is For Love of the Game, 1999 movie starring. What?
Kevin Costner.
Again, 3 out of my 4. What is going on? Do I have a crush on this guy? I don't know.
If you know what I do, that's in my top. That's on my top Mount Rushmore as well.
Okay. Well,
I like the movie.
It only grossed 40. I do too. It only grossed $46 million on a $50 million budget, and Costner was nominated for a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Actor. But I still love it.
I know. I don't get that.
Yeah.
And also, do you know who else was in that movie? There was Vince, whose catcher was
John C. Reilly.
John C.
How you doing, Ace?
Anybody been on base?
Nobody.
Nobody?
This I ain't seen much of.
The manager? Can you remember the manager?
No.
J.K. Simmons.
Yes, I got it. Okay. And the broadcaster was Vin Scully.
That's right, the real Vin Scully.
Right.
And the count is 0-2. And with a weary body and no doubt a sore arm, now this big crowd, over 56,000, rooting for Billy Chapel to do the near impossible.
When they were doing the game, I liked it. I thought it was one of the better movies, baseball movies of all time, the way he talked to himself and that kind of stuff. Billy Chapel, that was his name.
Yeah.
And he was a pitcher, and he was trying his last game. He was like, to me, he reminded me of like maybe a Jack Morris type of a character. You know, he's coming out to his very last game. He's been an all-star all his life, and now he's retiring, and he's pitching this one last game, and it was great.
And there are a lot of metaphors in there about chasing perfection and finally reaching it, you know, and how guile and experience and smarts sometimes can prevail over raw talent. There's that. And then if that wasn't enough, the Yankees manager is played by none other than Augie Garrido, longtime Texas Longhorns head coach, who also happened to be the coach of Cal State Fullerton when they won the national championship in 1979. Not that I'm bitter at all, but I'm glad his team lost that day.
1979. I can't remember all the teams that were in that College World Series that year.
There's really no way of knowing, Bobby.
I do know one team though. My brother from Arkansas played in it. All right, yeah, I got you. So that was your number 3, and that completed my number 4.
Yeah, that was mine, because we'd done Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, A League of Their Own, and For Love of the Game. So I am finished, except for the ones that just didn't quite make it.
All right, give me what you got.
I got The Rookie.
I loved that movie. That was a lot more inspirational and a little bit more than I thought it was going to be.
Yes. Yeah, there's a line in the movie when Dennis Quaid is still trying to figure out whether he wants to make this comeback or not, and his dad, who's played by Brian Cox, I do believe.
Yes.
Yeah. And he says, "Your grandfather once told me it's okay to think about what you want to do until it was time to start doing what you were meant to do." And boy, that quote went all over me for a long time until I finally reconciled it and said, well, what if you don't even know what I'm meant to do? Maybe this is what I'm meant to do. So,
look at you. You're just dropping lines all day. You're just getting emotional on me a little bit here like that. Okay, so this one grossed $80.7 million on a budget of only $22 million. They made a little money off of it.
They made a little money.
Right.
Yes.
And it's inspiring sports drama based on the true story of Jim Morris, who was a high school science teacher and baseball coach in rural Texas, who once dreamed of pitching major leagues after a shoulder injury ended his professional aspirations years earlier. And then he was just showing some people and some of his players, and he started throwing. They said, dude, you got to get in there. And he could throw 98 miles an hour, which nowadays is nothing for the Milwaukee Brewers. But he ended up actually getting to play. And when he came out for his first game, that gave me the goosies. I was like, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
And it was against those Texas Rangers.
That's right. So we both have that one in there on our list.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what movie was just off my bench? I mean, I was having a struggle with this one right here. Between this one and Major League was Moneyball.
Moneyball, that is the one that is right up there on my bench. Yep.
2011. It had Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Robin Wright, and Chris Pratt, who was
Scott Hatterberg,
catcher / first baseman.
That's right.
And it's based off a true story of Billy Beane and the Oakland Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2002 season there. And you know where it was filmed at?
No.
Okay. Oakland, which and Los Angeles for the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium.
I'll be. Okay.
Yeah. And they were going back and forth of whoever had to use it, they would go to this one or that one, whatever good. And this is when some people hate it, but this is when they started using sabermetric. Sabermetrics instead of just pure. I think he's got good. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's based on a book by what's his name?
Billy Beane.
The guy.
Billy Beane.
No, the guy who wrote the book.
Michael Lewis.
Michael Lewis. Thank you very much, man.
You're welcome.
Why did that not come to me? He was studying Billy Beane's use of market inefficiencies to try and find ways to win that are a little bit cheaper than his competition, because that's what he had to do since he had no money.
Right. Oakland, they had a $41 million budget, which that's a lot. I could play a couple rounds of golf with that. And but for them, that's nothing, because he just had lost 3 of his best players the year before to free agency, which is Jason Giambi, Johnny Damon, and Jason Isringhausen, I think is who they were. So then he said, I got to get some people in here. And that's when he found Jonah Hill, who was working for Cleveland, I think at the time. The Cleveland Indians at the time. And they played that. Yeah. So he brought him over. So yeah, that was a good movie. That's one of my favorite movies there.
Yep. And that almost completes my list. The one that was still on the bench and I haven't seen in a very, very long time was Pride of the Yankees.
Yes, that is an older baseball movie, of course. But Lou Gehrig, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Again, Susan Sarandon? Is that who that was? Right up there. Okay, and my last one on the bench, and it's a really good movie if you've never seen it, was 1992. It follows a veteran New York Yankees first baseman, Jack Elliott, who was traded to the Chunichi, I think, Dragons in Japan.
Dude, I was sitting here, I was thinking, golly, I forgot that Tom Selleck movie, and now I cannot remember the name of it.
Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball. There you go.
Yes. And do you know that it is used now still as a training resource by foreign professional players who join a Japanese team still to teach them the differences and that kind of stuff?
That's wacky.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it was so great because he went in there with an attitude like I was somebody in USA and I just wanted to get this over with, and how he starts to give it to culture. It was a really good movie too. But other movies didn't make it that were on the cusp but didn't even make my bench was Rookie of the Year, Angels in the Outfield, and $1 Million Arm.
Yep. Yeah.
So
I didn't even write those down. I like them because I like baseball movies, and I kind of have a high bar with baseball movies, because if they throw a baseball movie out there and I can't believe they're really playing baseball.
Yeah. What was it? I can't remember the one with it was sent with the guy. It's Tony Caligliero, not him. No, Jimmy Pearsall. It was a movie about Jimmy Pearsall. And I can't remember the actor that played him.
I'll tell you who it was. It was the guy that played in Psycho.
Yes. not an
And I'm-
athlete. Not an
No,
athlete. I'm just throwing
not
that
an
out there.
athlete.
Not
Yeah.
an athlete. And you could tell, and right then, I'm kind of like, don't like it. Same thing with Jimmy Stewart in a movie about when he played for the St. Louis Browns, I guess, after the World Fair, and he lost an arm, and then
Yes.
he was doing Pete Gray, not an athlete
Yes.
either. And it's like, you just ruined the movie for me because you know it's not good, but oh well.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's pretty good. I like that. You did some good poor picks, and of course, we several of the same thing. I think I would have at the beginning said that we would at least had two.
Yeah. I would. In fact, I meant to bring that up. I said because we were raised together, there's no way we didn't have at least two.
Yeah, and we did pretty good. I like that one. And a couple of you went, "Oh, I should have picked that one." Yeah,
Yeah. Oh no, I think they probably agree with us 100%.
absolutely. If they don't, I think they're going to share below because there's got to be a film. And I took out documentaries and that kind of stuff there's some really good documentaries about baseball, about the knuckleball. There's one. There's one about Nolan Ryan and his fastball. There's all that kind of stuff. But I took those out because I wanted a movie. Is what
Sure,
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you could just put the Ken Burns series right there and say, okay, now top that.
How many times have you watched that?
3.
I think that's me too. I've watched it 3 times, all the way through. Got to start it and work my way all the way through. Yeah, that's a good one. So anyway, if you don't agree, or if you do agree with either one of us, I'd like to hear about that. Put comments down below. Otherwise, like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Our Mount Rushmore.
Bye, guys. And remember, be kind to people. You don't know what kind of day they've had.
That's absolutely. See you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.